Hi, this is my first ever video log, or video blog as some people call it. My name is Angie Otto, and it's 10, I believe the date is 10/11, almost 10/12, and I just want to talk to you today about just different things that I'm feeling and sensing, and things that I've noticed in my own reality and in the collective reality around me. As many of you know, there's a lot shifting and changing, and on an inward level and also an outward level. And it can make it really complicated sometimes, and very, very challenging to be able to really get through some of the things, because we're all having our lessons that we're learning, and our things that we're going through, and old karma that we're clearing up, and just a whole lot of stuff all at the same time. Sometimes it can be pretty overwhelming, but just stick it through, whatever it is, because it's like the rewards really are worth it. And even if you can't see the horizon yet, it's on its way. And there's always what they say, the darkness before the dawn. And I think that darkness is now, but I think it's like the right before the dawn. Like the dawn is really starting to show up. So we're starting to get a little bit of glimpse of the light, or at least some people are. And I am on a personal level, and it helps. It really helps a lot to be able to see the goodness that's coming through all this chaos, because there's definitely a lot of chaotic things, and like I said, sometimes it can get really overwhelming. But I think it's because a lot of stuff is coming to the surface now to be cleared. And it's kind of like on an inward level, on a personal level, it's like in order to clear the heavy energy that we have trapped within our bodies, or not necessarily trapped, but we trap it there. We keep it, can hold on to it, and we I don't know, some people, they don't want to release things, so they suppress it, or bottle it up, or they just hold on to it for lifetimes upon lifetimes. And even if it's just in one lifetime that somebody's holding on to something, it can really it can cause health problems. That's what a lot of these health problems are. I've read a couple books on how, like, the correlation between the different parts of us that are feeling sorts of illnesses or aches or pains or whatever, and how it corresponds with different emotional insecurities that we have, or emotional thoughts, or just mental things that we think about ourselves or about our situation, and it manifests itself physically. And that's what I believe, that a lot of the illnesses are created by. They first start as a thought in our head, and then the more that we dwell on those thoughts that are not of a positive vibration nature, then it can create a lot of disharmony in our life, and in our health. And that's why it's really important to pay attention to what you're thinking on an everyday basis, and every moment that you can. It's not always easy to live in the present, especially how we've been programmed to not pay attention to the now. Or we're programmed to think of, what do I got to do in an hour, or what did I do 5 minutes ago? Oh man, that happened. All these thoughts that keep us away from the now moment. And the now moment really is the moment of power. And what I'm realizing for myself is that the more that I'm in the now moment, the more clear my reality becomes, the more I'm able to manifest in a very synchronistic nature, to be able to create those things that I'm envisioning. My vision is stronger when I'm in the now moment. And I feel like I've cleared a lot of things from my past. I've cleared a lot of old karma, a lot of insecurity, a lot of just old gunk that's been building up for so long from wherever it came from. Some stuff I don't even know. I'll be sad for seems like no reason. I'm like, what is this? Nothing really happened to me. And but I think a lot of that is just it's just a releasing, and especially people that are empathic, because I'm definitely pretty empathic. I I have a Pisces sun and moon, and I'm very sensitive, and sometimes it's hard to explain to people what it's like to be sensitive. They think that just means I cry a lot, which I do. I'm sensitive in that way also, but I'm also sensitive to people's vibrations, and it just gets to a point in the past where it was so hard to deal with. But I feel like a lot of my circumstances that I've went through, a lot of my life lessons, etc., has helped me to really build up my shell in a way that it's strong enough to be able to understand now when something is my energy that's coming, or it's something that somebody else's, or something that I'm picking up from someone else. It can be as simple as a headache. Sometimes my headaches are caused from my own stress. Sometimes they've been caused by somebody else's stress. It's just amazing, the whole energy play that happens between people, between the earth, between animals, plants, etc., etc. And that's been something that's been, in a way, kept from the masses. That's not something that they teach in school, but that's something that's so very important to understand. We are more than our superficiality. We are more than our physical selves that we see. There's a whole thing like behind the scenes, if you will, but it's not really behind the scenes. It's on the surface if you can really notice it. And when you can, it's a lot. I think it's a lot more synchronistic all the way around. When you can see kind of the energy play, then you're able to understand a little bit more about what's really going on. Why are these things happen to me? Why, all these things that I don't like, why are they happening? And you realize that, going back to the thought thing, every thought that you put out is an energy. And if you're putting that energy out into the collective what is, then that collective what is says, okay, this is what you're creating. And it's a non-biased source of creation, So I just wish to share that with you today. I'm not sure what else to say, so I might cut it off there, but I hope you enjoyed my dialogue. Maybe it's not a dialogue because it's one person, but I don't know, it's late. But anyway, thank you, and blessings.